Hey guys, it's Doug. Welcome to the Eunos Cosmo review. Today I'll be joined by Ian, who is a Eunos Cosmo main from the Philippines. So Ian, could you give us a little insight as to why you chose the Eunos Cosmo?
Well, the reason why I picked the Eunos Cosmo is because I was looking at my friend's renames. He had so many renames. I got my attention the Eunos Cosmo because it's like, what is this car, bro? Like, I've never seen it before. So I looked at it. I checked the stats. During the time I didn't know about renames, I was like shocked about the stats of it.
Wow, I didn't actually know that you knew about the Eunos Cosmo because of one of your friends' rename. But did you manage to try the Eunos Cosmo before making your own?
I tried out the Eunos Cosmo, my friend, and my first impression at the time was like, wow, how am I like getting a head start from everyone else? I think at the time I was facing an F15 and R32 of my friends, and then I didn't win that match, but it felt like I know how to drive the car very well. So I tried a few more games, and then that's when I realized I should tune one of my own, and that's how I made one the next day later.
Wow, after hearing your story, I think I'm quite convinced to get my own Eunos after this review. It kinda also feels like I know how to drive the car pretty well. But the Eunos Cosmo wasn't initially your main car, right?
At the time, I didn't intend it to be like my main car because I was still sticking with my SLS at the time, and then R32 and all. But then, for some reason, I just kept using the unit again and again. Like this car is calling me to use it. It kind of fits my driving style, to be honest. So I kept using it. So yeah, coincidentally, like the next month, I used my Eunos Cosmo during the qualifiers for the World Championships. I didn't win that particular match, but I was able to keep up with the people with the Cosmo.
Wow, I didn't actually know that until you mentioned it. But for you, what's so good about the Eunos Cosmo?
Well, the good thing about the Eunos Cosmo is during battles, because it's a four-gear car, you can have a head start advantage from 2 to 3. You have like that extra speed which the 5 and 6 speed cars don't really have. You can stay a bit too longer until the shift point to third, which is a good thing. Also in battles, it's actually capable and blocking because you can take advantage of the length of the car, and especially during the head start advantage. Before you shift to three, you can just like block to the left or block to the right. Then you can shift so that you can take the advantage of the space. I would say it's okay in time attack. It's not like the best in time attack. It's not the worst either. Despite being a rotary, I would say it's not that good in a sense that it's four gear, but it's still good because you can still take advantage of the speed regardless. But to be honest, overall, it's one of the. I wouldn't say it's the best. I wouldn't say it's the worst either, but it's a really good car if you know how to drive it. If you know how to battle as well. So, anyways, since you've driven my Eunos Cosmo recently, what's your reactions to it? Like during battles, while driving it, and the car itself. How do you feel about it?
Initially, before trying your Eunos Cosmo, my first impressions of the car was that it would be slightly difficult for me to use since I usually use 5 or 6 gear cars, other than my high ace, of course, wink wink. However, when I first tried it for battle, I was honestly surprised that it had the weight and length to block and hold other cars such as R32s and Evo 9, which was something that really caught my attention. It being decently long gave me quite a good advantage in battle. On occasions where I thought I wouldn't be able to block someone due to my length, I actually managed to block them. And personally, as a traffic thrower, sorry guys for throwing traffic, the Eunos can throw traffic pretty okay, I guess. It doesn't really have any problem throwing traffic at all. And yeah, I guess overall for probably VS battles and time attack, I'd say that it's a car that a person who would like to get into the 4-gear car scene should try as their first 4-gear car, apart from the Aristo or Celsius.
if you're a player that likes long cars, who likes to block, likes to take advantage in battle, then the Eunos Cosmo is probably the car for you. It's just so good to use. One of the purposes of me picking the Eunos Cosmo at the time is like, why do people not know what this car is? Maybe I should let people know that this car actually exists in the game. My area already remembers me for that car alone.
That's the thing about using uncommon non-meta cars, you get recognized pretty easily, since no one really uses that car. I guess it makes the scene more interesting, since usually in VS battles, it's filled with mainly R32s and Evo 9s.
Yeah, that's the reality of Max Tune. I'm totally fine with people who like pick the bandwagon car, but only if they like the car in real life. I can live with that.
Yeah, but from what I've seen in the Singapore scene, the main reason why people choose Evo 9s or R32s is because of its great performance in battle. I've also seen on many occasions where people would recommend the R32 or the Evo 9 to new players instead of letting them choose their own car. I also feel that majority of the players here focus way too much on stats and wins instead of focusing on the main aspect of the game, which is to have fun.
You don't have to play competitive too much. As long as you know to play the game and have fun with friends, that's what matters.
Yep, so maybe after this review, for those considering on making a new car, you could either consider the Eunos Cosmo, or maybe even try a car that barely anyone uses. Before we end off, Ian, do you have any other thoughts to add about the Eunos Cosmo?
I think that's all I have to say about it for now.
Well then, I guess that's it for the Eunos Cosmo review. Thanks once again, Ian, for joining me in this review.
Pleasure talking with you. I enjoyed speaking my inputs about Eunos Cosmo and sharing my experiences with it. If I was given the opportunity again, I would gladly take it. Thanks, man.
And thank you guys for watching this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, maybe give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, especially to those who are probably looking for people's opinions on uncommon, underrated cars. And once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next review/video. Goodbye.